Yeah, you read the title right. Close anybody in one meeting. Let's hop into it. Alright guys, before we do get started, make sure you guys smash that like button as well as leave a comment down below and subscribe if you guys haven't already. So yeah guys, let's hop in today's video. Alright guys, before you even get into a meeting, I want you guys to practice these 4 things. Pretty much one of it is tonality. Going into a meeting, pretty much talking to people, you have to have the right tonality because how Jordan Belfort explains it. And if you guys don't know what tonality is, go to Jordan Belfort's YouTube channel. He has a great video about how tonality works and pretty much how tonality affects sales and even motivates people. And by tonality, you'll understand a bit once you get into this little sales script that I'm about to teach you. So just get that in the back of your head, tonality. And the second is pretty much to let go of the sale. And by that, I mean just pretty much going into the meeting, knowing that you really don't need this client, that your business is already really successful, and you're just adding another client. Pretty much going into it with the confidence, knowing that even if you close the sale or not, you're still successful, even though low-key, you might be not even having a client yet, or you might only have 1 or 2 clients and you really do need this sale. But it does help at the end of the day because it does boost that confidence when you are pretty much in the meeting. The third is pretty much being in control of the sale. And by being in the control of the sale, I mean you're the one asking the questions. You're the one controlling the meeting. You're the one pretty much diagnosing their situation. Pretty much think of it like you're a doctor and you're prescribing people their medication. You're asking questions. You're making sure you're properly diagnosing them, knowing exactly if they need this or not. So pretty much just being in control of the sale and making sure you're the one asking questions. You're the one controlling the meeting. All right, and the fourth one, I know you might be a little like, what do you mean? Pretty much the fourth one is being able to just end the meeting. If you can't get in control of the sale, if they're trying to just ask you questions, trying to interview you, just end the meeting. I've done this a couple times already. And I'm telling you right now, clients that do that are bad clients. Those are the clients that try to take advantage of you. And those are the clients that pretty much want to get the most out of you for the least amount of money. Just making sure that you are able to just end the meeting at any time. You do have that opportunity. You do have that ability to do that. I mean, I've talked to a lot of people before, that are in the same industry, and they didn't really know that. They're like, whoa, isn't that rude? It's not really rude, if you can't really get in control of the meeting because you're the one diagnosing their situation. You're the one trying to fix their problems. So when they're asking you questions, it's kind of pointless because they don't know exactly what the issues are. So they're pretty much only can ask you what the price is, and that's it. When people just price shop, end the meeting. That's it. All right, guys, before we get started into the script, I do want to mention that this is from the Billy Wilson course. So if you guys are interested in buying a social media marketing course or a Facebook marketing course for your social media marketing agency, it's one of the first links down below. Go ahead and buy it if you guys want. It's pretty much one of the best bangs for the buck. So yeah, let's hop into the script. All right, so the first question is, what motivated you to meet with me today? And also guys, listen closely to this because these questions are pretty much things that let you dig deeper into their business and get to the root of their problem and seeing if Facebook ads and Facebook lead generation or whatever you offer is right for them. So making sure you listen, think about it like a girl, man. You gotta listen, you know what I mean? Don't just be lollygagging in your head thinking, oh, I'm gonna close this guy real quick. No, let go of the sale. Just focus on what they need and pretty much act like, as mentioned, act like a doctor. I mean, you're there to help their situation. All right, so once they explain why they met with you today, just say, okay, awesome. All right, so once they're done explaining why they're motivated to talk with me today, I usually always tell them, I say, hey, all right, awesome. So I do ask a couple questions. It takes no more than 15 minutes. This helps me diagnose your situation a little bit more to dig deeper into your business and find the solutions to those problems. And if I can find a mutual beneficial relationship between both of our businesses, I'll show you exactly what I do and how it works. And then you can decide whether you want to be part of it or not. Sound fair enough? And that's where tonality comes in, guys. At the end, you always want to leave it off. Tonality, how Jordan Belfort explains it. Think of it like a loop. You know what I mean? You always want to end up on a little ramp loop. You're like, all right, sound fair enough? On a loop, because that makes them feel like it's less artificial and more of a one-on-one bond. Like, hey, dude, I'm here to help you, man. Like, if you want it or not, it creates that tonality. So making sure you keep that tonality, always kind of, if you want, you can take notes on this, kind of write it down, kind of put it to your little onboarding process, whatever it is, and then just adding tonality to it. Practice it in front of a mirror, practice it out loud. Don't practice it in your brain because that does not work. Say it out loud. This is why people who do professional, in-person speeches and all that stuff, they say their stuff out loud in front of a mirror. They don't say it in their head in front of a mirror. Because in your head, it sounds 10 times better, but when you say it, it sounds 10 times worse. So practice it and say it out loud. And like I said before, stay in control of the meeting. You're the one setting the goal, leading the meeting, asking questions, doing all that to stay in control of the conversation. If they keep asking you questions, trying to interview you, end the meeting. Just say, you know what, from what I'm feeling, I don't think this is going to be a mutual beneficial relationship between both of us, and I just like to end the meeting right there. Done. Shake hands, walk away. You're never going to see that person ever again, so don't get nervous. Don't start, getting anxiety, panic attacks, whatever it is. Just end the meeting. That's it. That's simple. Okay, so the next question is, before we do get started in today's meeting, is there anybody else that's a business decision maker that you would like to be here? Most of the time, they're going to be like, no, I'm the main decision maker. Or, yeah, my other friend's here. My other friend, he's, at his house right now drinking some coffee. I don't know. Hey, awesome. Would you like to get him on the phone right now, to listen to our conversation? They'll call them up, bring him in the call, put him on speaker, whatever it is. Just want to get the main decision makers always in the call. All right, so the next one is, what's the ultimate objective for this business? And pretty much, I'll give you an example. Let's say you go to a gym. They're going to be like, all right, our main purpose and our main objective is to help people get fit, making sure their confidence gets boosted, their self-esteem, whatever it is. Remember, take notes, print a little sheet out, or write this down before the meeting, whatever it is. Make sure you write this down, because when you're writing things down, that makes them feel that, hey, this person's actually taking the time out of the day to write my things down, to pretty much understand my business more, so they feel more comfortable doing business with you. And the next question is, what makes your business or service better than your competitor? So when you're doing the Facebook ads, it helps you kind of understand how to write your sales copy. Let's say it's a gym that has no contracts or a super low fee competitor of all their competitors. That's something to advertise. It's something to leverage over their competitors. So when you actually do advertising, you mention saying, hey, our service or our gym membership is 90% cheaper than anybody within a 10-mile radius. That's a huge leverage point that you can use when it comes down to marketing on Facebook. So a lot of these questions, that's why I say take notes, because a lot of these questions actually help you when you're actually structuring your Facebook ad. And the next one is, who's your ideal customer? And they'll probably give you the demographic, like age, their gender, their occupations, whatever it is. Write that down, because like I said, again, it helps you structure the Facebook ad a lot better. And this next question is probably the top 3 main questions you need to ask. If you're going to take any notes out of this and implement it into your onboarding process, these next 3 questions are going to be the main ones you need to ask. Next question is, what's the goal revenue that you are satisfied with? And this helps pretty much build that rapport, pretty much making them think, saying, oh my God, these people are going to help me, get to that point. These people are going to help me get to that $30,000 a month mark. Let's say they're a gym, they're doing about 15 grand a month, and he says, you know what, I'll be satisfied with, $30,000, so double their revenue right now. Awesome. You build that rapport, and then that leads us to the next question. What would change if you were making $30,000 a month in your business? Like, what would change? Usually they're like, oh, we'll get new equipment in here, we'll do this or that. That gets their brain running and pretty much builds that rapport, knowing that you're pretty much going to just scale their business and help them reach their ultimate objectives, whether it's, being revenue, maybe expanding to another location, whatever it is, it builds up rapport and it just helps them out. So this is definitely a huge question you need to ask. And the next one is, what's personally wanting you to reach that $30,000 mark, whatever their money goal was or their revenue goal was. And this usually is a little bit different, whether it's, I'm just getting ready, I want to retire, and I want to retire comfortably. I don't want to retire, on $2,000 a month. I want to retire with, a company that's, great. Or maybe, I want to get to the business to a point where when my kids grow up, they can take over the business, a not failing business, they take over a great running business, that has great, marketing models, great marketing campaigns, whatever it is. So this kind of varies on business owner to business owner. I've had some questions where some guy just looked at me for 5 minutes and was like, at the end of it, was like, why would I need to answer that question? Like, I just want to make money, and I ended the meeting on that one actually. But this actually builds rapport. So when people actually answer this question thoroughly, those are the pretty much business owners that you will love to work with. All right, so after that question is the last one, pretty much just how committed are you to fixing this issue? And obviously they're going to be like, I'm 10 out of 10, man. I want to fix this issue right now, or maybe I want to, I want to fix it, next week when we get our, our client, billing in place or whatever it is. Once that happens, that pretty much makes you know that, all right, they're ready. This is something that they want and something that they need. So now you got them from being a cold lead to a super hot lead. And at the end of those questions, pretty much what you want to say is, awesome. From what you told me, I feel like I can definitely bring a lot of value to this business. Want to learn how I do it? Stay quiet. Silent. Stay quiet. Wait for their response, because I'm telling you right now, being quiet is your number one leverage. Because once you're in control of the meeting, they feel like they have to answer every single question because you're the one in control of the meeting. I've been in meetings where I've stayed still for a minute at a time, just waiting for their answer, just waiting there like, yeah, okay, come on, question. Because the first one to talk is the first one to lose. So don't talk. Even though if it's boiling in your head, like, oh my God, it's so cringy, and my anxiety is going up, I have to say something. Don't. just shut up. I'm telling you right now, being quiet is your best leverage when it comes down to this and when you're in control of the meeting. And this is why you need to stay in control of the meeting. So pretty much once they ask you saying, all right, yeah, what do you do? I help business owners get clients by generating a system that gives them a constant flow of leads. And that system is used with Facebook ads. Pretty simple, right? That's it. Then again, shut up. Let them ask you questions. This is now when you're in control of the meeting, and now when you just be quiet every single time. So whenever they ask you questions, you answer it thoroughly and then shut up. Because that makes them feel like you know what you're doing. That makes them feel like you're the expert here and you're gonna fix their issues. Also guys, as a note, never say, does that make sense? Ask, do you have any questions about how this works? Because when you say, does this make sense? It's just a stupid question because they're always gonna say yes. You never wanna say that because you're never gonna get to their core problems or their core issues if you keep saying that. Never say, does this make sense, guys? Like I said, just don't do it. It's awful. So once you explain and all that stuff, how you do it, they're pretty much always gonna end up asking you, all right, how much does this cost? And this is where the fun part comes in. Of course, if you're starting off, don't ask some astronomical price of 10 grand a month. Of course, if they are a big business, that makes complete sense. But when you ask them their revenue, if let's say they're making 15 grand a month, you're not gonna charge them $5,000 a month. You probably charge them, $1,500 a month. Usually how I do it, if a business is making less than $30,000 a month, I only charge them between $1,500 and $2,500 a month. If they're making between $30,000 and $60,000, I charge them between $2,500 and $4,500 a month. If they're making over $50,000 a month, I charge them probably around the $5,000, $6,000 mark. That's how I do it. I haven't gotten a client bigger than the $60,000 a month mark, so I haven't really experienced with getting that big of a retainer. But that's how I do it. So that's kind of how most social media marketing clients or most social media marketing budgets work. Of course, if you have a different service with a higher ticket item, of course, you want to increase that. But this is for social media marketers, and this is what the video is mainly planned about. Of course, if you're in a different service or a different industry, go ahead, take this information and kind of reword it to where it fits your industry. All right, so pretty much getting into the actual pricing, you're going to say, all right, so there's normally two charges to this. One is my service charge that helps me manage your business as well as keep my doors open. And the second charge is the monthly ad budget that goes through Facebook and gets spent throughout Facebook throughout the month, and I don't see that money. And then you say, okay, so my service charge is blank, and the recommended ad budget that I recommend for this campaign from what you've told me is blank. That's it. Maybe you say, all right, so normally I charge, $1,500 a month as my service charge, and then what I recommend for you is anything between $5, $10, $20 a day in actual ad budget that gets spent throughout Facebook. And again, after you explain your pricing, just shut up. I'm telling you right now, just shutting up is probably going to be your best leverage factor in this meeting because you're in control of the meeting. Like I said, you're the one diagnosing this situation. You're the doctor in this situation. So just shut up and let them talk. Be willing to wait 5 minutes at a time, just being quiet. I've been in situations like that. It's normal. It builds up that anxiety factor in your head and helps you boost your confidence when talking to people. All right, guys, so stay tuned because my next video is going to be about objections and actually going deeper into objections. And I actually wrote a lot of objections that I always get and pretty much counter objections to save your butt, Just so stay tuned, guys, for the next video because next video is about to be a huge knowledge bomb. Make sure you guys like this video. Make sure you guys subscribe and comment down below if this is of value to you because I like to learn more about you guys and what videos you like. Last video, I got a couple comments, telling me some advice on some new videos. And I'm actually going to be making some videos on, my actual lifestyle, my office, the day in the life of, being, a marketing agency owner, whatever it is, guys. So comment down below if you guys have any video ideas, any suggestions, if this helped you out. I don't care, guys. Just comment down below. Let me know how your day is going, guys. So yeah, guys, it's been me, Joseph, and I'll see you in the next one.